Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling.
YouTube, what is the deal? It's your boy Datruthyadig, and we back at it with a no money spent video of some sort, but not gameplay, not team building, not pack opening. I've been getting this question a lot in my Twitch chat, TikTok, comments on YouTube. How do you get a good team no money spent? Or how do you make coins? As you can see, I'm at 5.7 million coins. Obviously, some of that has come from luck with rerolls, but a lot of it has come through hard work and dedication with a little perspiration. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. So this is what this video is going to do. I'm going to break down 5 ways I believe how you can make coins in Madden 22. Now, obviously, Madden 22 is almost over, but what you can do is test out these theories for the rest of Madden 22 so you can get started on Madden 23 with the bang. I did do this earlier in the year, at the beginning of the year, but I want to do it now again because, like I said, I get this question at least 2-3 times a day when I post a TikTok in my Twitch chat. How do I get coins? How do I do this? Yada, yada, yada. So I wanted to take a video to kind of break down the 5 ways that I believe are the best and most efficient way to get you coins. But before I do that, you know what I need? Like and subscribe to the video. You guys have been absolutely crazy. You guys show love on the no money spent. You really show love on the Broncos Steam team. All I can do is say thank you. I've set milestones at the beginning of this year. Did it on my Twitter, and we are fast approaching these milestones, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the 5 ways that you can make coins, the most effective, and then I'll talk about how I make coins, because some of these ways I'm going to talk about, I don't necessarily do anymore. For example, solo battles. Now, if you're just starting off, a lot of people just got the game for Christmas, getting it soon. If you do need coins, solo battle is the easiest and most effective way to get it. Now, it's 13 games against the computer. It is boring. What I do when I did play it, I would just run inside zone, run the clock out, score once, get a stop, and then run the clock out again. Now, as you can see with the ranks, you can get top 100 now. Top 100 now. If you want to get top 100, I suggest you Google how to do top 100 solo battles. That does take a lot of time, I'll be honest, but these rewards, as you can see, can be worth it to get top 100. Usually when I do it, I just get legend, get my 59k. 2 Hail Marys, 2 midfields, and red zone packs. Get out of there. You can probably get out of there with about 80k. And like I said, you only have to play 11 games, and you have to play it on the highest difficulty. So when you do go into a solo battles game, I won't go into one now, but I'll show you. When you click into it, if it lets me go to opponent select, perfect. So as you can see, you have to go down to legend. So when you go down to legend, you click on that, and like I said, you just run inside zone. If you get the ball first, if you don't get the ball first, if they're on defense, I just run mid blitz. You know, blitz them, turn the ball over, run the clock out with inside zone, touchdown, kick a field goal. This is also a good way to get XP up if you need to do that as well. Like I said, I know it's boring, but at the end of the day, it is one of the best ways to get coins quickly if you need it over a week time, excuse me. So solo battles, do it if you wish at your own peril. Now, the next way is weekend league and head-to-head seasons. Now, I know a lot of people are offline players. That's why I went with solo battles first. Obviously, doing challenges, that's pretty self-explanatory to get coins, but those eventually run out, and they don't reward you as much coins as the time you invest to put in challenges. That's more for getting cards, but weekend league, absolutely, you can get coins. As you can see, last weekend league, I'm a pretty above average to good player. I went 23-2 last weekend, which got me top 100, I believe, number 18, which we will have our weekend league rewards. I'm waiting until Thursday till there's limited impacts, maybe even Friday, because if there's Super Bowl pass and there's limited in there, there's going to be the Thursday limits and the Super Bowl pass limits. But as you can see, we got 17. So we got 17 on the weekend, which I'm not sure if I can show what exactly it rewards. I may put it up on the screen here, but I think it's about 300k. But at the end of the day, it's about playing 25 games. Some people don't have, you know, the time to play 25 games. Generally, I only play about 10 or 12 because there are a lot of rage quits. But weekend league, and then obviously head-to-head seasons. And another thing you can do with these, if you want to get better at the game, this is a way to get better at the game. Don't take it too hard on yourself if you're losing. Use the time to lab. Use the time to try different things. Because the only way you're going to get better at the game is playing individuals. Instead of playing like solo battles or anything of that nature, challenges, you're not going to get better at the game. So if you truly want to get better at the game and earn some coins doing it, you can either do weekend league or you can hop into head-to-head seasons. What you get up in the higher tiers, legend and MVP, it's really rewarding. I think MVP is about 5.5 per win, and legend is about 6.5. So if you can get to the playoffs, you know, do some damage, you can probably win about 50k. So that's another efficient way to get coins. Now, another way to get coins, number 3 for me, would be a method that's been around for absolutely ever. And what it is get a player pack. So I'll rip a couple while I talk. It's not a method that I do all the time, but it is a method that can get you coins fairly quickly. And the reason why you can get you coins fairly quickly, you can pull power-ups like Ozzie Newsome. I don't know how much he's going for, but remember, get a players for silver players, and I just pulled almost an elite. So with get a player, it's a super efficient way. It can be boring. What I would advise, if you have 10, 20K, do a get a player, get all the cards out of there. Once you get all the cards out of there, list them up, and then go play a game and come back, and most of those would have been sold by now. Or you can exchange up. If you get low silvers to high silvers to high gold, or low golds to high golds, yada yada. You understand that concept, right? So get a player method. Like I said, I've done 2 thus far, and I've pulled a 75 and a 79. Now I'm not entirely sure how much they go for, but I'm sure it's going to be more than 500 coins. So this is a very efficient and, I guess, bulletproof method that almost guarantees you make coins. It's just a bit slow and a little bit methodical. So like I said, it's completely up to you and depending on how you value your time as we get our first silver here. But even some silvers, because obviously theme teams are very popular, getting 50 out of 50, some of these silvers are required to obviously complete the 50 out of 50. Some people like to go pure theme teams where they only have players on that team, so they don't use Cam Chancellors, Taylor Mays, and things of that nature. But I think we've opened about 5 or 6, and we've only gotten 1 silver, which is an absolute W. So most of these golds go for at least 1,000. So if they're going for at least 1,000, we open up 6. That's 6,000 coins compared to the 3,000 coins that we spent as we get our second silver here. So hopefully that explains. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the get a player method. It's pretty self-explanatory, like I explained it before, but it's an efficient way definitely to get coins. It just takes a little bit. Alright, so these top 2, they could be flip-flopped depending on who you talk to, how you go about your business, no matter whatever it may be. But for me, number 2 is old sets. And when I say old sets, I mean these older, when you go into sets and look at older sets, which I'll get into, but the first set that I like to talk about is Team Builder 2, because I can tell you that this specific set has made me millions of coins. And every time I'm in the Twitch chat and I tell Team Builder 2, if someone says, what's Team Builder 2? What's Team Builder 2? So I wanted to dwell in what Team Builder 2 is. So each team builders, if you're new to Madden, what happens is a team gets an offensive and defensive side of the ball player. And what makes these cards special is that they're 88 overalls, but generally 88 overalls go for about 14K. These go for upwards of 25, some even 30K. Now, I'm going to use Randall Cobb, for example, because he has that popular flashback card that was used a lot in MCS. Now, the key is getting these specific cards at a specific price. So you have 185, 83 to 84s, 3 of those, and 4 80s to 82. So the 85 to 86, you want around 3.5 and 4K. So you have to be patient with these prices. The 83s to 84s you want for 2 to 2.5K. In the 80s to 82s you want for about 1,500 to 2K. In total, you should be spending around anywhere between 18,000 and 20,000 on these cards. And you're thinking, truth, Dre, how the hell am I going to make my coins back based off that? I'm glad you asked. What you need to have open is mutt.gg and have the search criteria for team builders up to see which team builders are going for what amount. So I know when I've done this, Randall Cobb usually is around 33K. I'm gonna try to, maybe I'll try to build one while I'm on the camera here. Like I said, I've got most of these cards because I do open up a fair bit of packs I already have, but just to try to get an understanding of the prices and what I'm talking about. So let me see if I can just put 3 in here real quick. And then what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to see how much Randall Cobb is going for. Now, like I said, 20K is what you want to build these for at the maximum. The very maximum is 20K. So, and it's very easy to snipe these cards, work the auction house to get these cards at the specific price. You just have to be patient. Now, if you get one card cheaper, and that means you can overspend on the other card. You know, if you get an 85 cheaper, you can spend more on 83s. But this is what I mean when I'm talking about this set. So I would have built this set for 20K. So if I choose Randall Cobb, I'll just look at his price just to show you quickly that what I'm talking about obviously has some validity to it. So if we look at his price, 31K. So if you build this for 20K and you build him and you sell him for 31K, which was sold just an hour ago, so I'm going to put him up for 31K. After tax, it'll be 28K. You made 8K right there. Now, if you do this enough, it's just a boring method and there's no excitement to it, but it is coins that prints itself. You do this enough, you can be doing 100K an hour, 200K, every 2 hours or something like that. Now, I had people in my Twitch chat who's done it with me and they've made 200 to 300K. So that's what I mean by Team Builder 2. Now, if we're looking at older sets, because obviously I said older sets as well, I'm going to use the most feared Marshawn Lattimore, for example. So Marshawn Lattimore, about a month ago, I think now, got a cornerback card that got 99 speed without any theme team. So it was the first card to do so. Everyone wanted the card, right? Because you can just need to distract cards and that's it. Now, first thing when people get new cards, what they want to do, power it up. So the power up is usually pretty cheap. Usually have its core elite, if they have a core elite, and then you have a card in between. So first thing people do, go to the auction house and buy it. Usually just apply on the auction house out. So it's like, what can I do? A lot of people don't think about going through old sets and building this card. When Marshawn Lattimore was released, I built about 10 of these for about 45K a piece. They were selling anywhere between 70 and 90K because it was fluctuating. I sold on mine for about 75K. So after tax, I took away about 68K. I was making like 23K per Marshawn Lattimore. I think I made about 230K or so in a span of 30 minutes just building this card. Because what happens is this card goes up, but the pieces for this card don't go up immediately. It takes a time for the market to adjust to those most feared cards going up. And that Marshawn Lattimore needs it. Because like I said, most people just want to grab the 90. They don't think about grabbing the 287s that go into the set and the 285s and the 83 and actually building him like this. So yeah, that's another way. And looking through old sets, not necessarily that, but any old set, and seeing where they can be profitable, that is an excellent way to build your coin stack. All right, lastly here, in the number one way I feel to make coins, shout out to my boy Ijoe, is investing. I'll link his YouTube in the description here, so you guys can go. He's an investment guru. When I need something, that's who I go to and speak with. But investing, it is absolutely fantastic. Now, early on in the year, you want to use solo battles, weekend league, to build up your coins. Once your coin count gets at a comfortable amount, investing is where it can really, take off to the next level. So as you can see, I've gotten 2 Amanis here. Now I invested in him at about 520K. As you can see, if these do sell, it's going to be 640K. After tax, is going to be about 580K. That's an 80K investment, 160 coins made right there. So with LTDs, Thursday LTD specifically, it is the most safest investment if you have coins. So you gotta to make money, you gotta spend money. Unfortunately, that's how Madden works, and that's how the world works, right? But even not with those investments, knowing cards and knowing EA's cadence and beat to their drum, Team of the Year this year was a huge investment, an absolute astronomical investment. And the reason why, we knew what the nominees were, and if you know Madden, you can kind of pick on what card was going to win and what popular vote. For example, Darren Waller, he's Raiders theme team, and he's one of the biggest tight ends in the game. Trayvon Diggs, Patrick Surtain, we knew Trayvon Diggs was going to do it because Cowboys Nation is great in terms of their volume and numbers. We knew Patrick Surtain was going to get it because he's a 6'2" corner, and not many of those corners are that big, So doing investments on those, and like I said, that kind of ties into the old sets. You build those old sets. Team of the week, Trayvon Diggs. Team of the week, Patrick Surtain. You build those for cheap. I believe Patrick Surtain, I was getting him before, when they announced the nominees, I was getting for 100K or so, and then once he got nominated, sold him for like 200K. Same thing with Darren Waller, was buying those, his Redux 91, because you need that for the power up, remember, was buying those for around 80 85K. I sold a majority of those between 130 to 150K. So I had 10 plus of those, so I made about 670K on Waller alone. Now, like I said, you obviously need coins to invest in these specific players, and this is where, like I said, solo battles, weekend league, if you choose to play head to head, old sets, get a player method can obviously help with getting coins. But investing is so crucial in Madden, and I hope a lot of people take more advantage of it and use it, because you can easily make coins. That's a way where you can easily make coins, just working the market, knowing the trends, knowing when to buy cards, knowing when to sell cards. That is absolutely huge. Buying cards on Legend Weekend when people open up packs, and then selling them throughout the week when they're not in, people aren't opening packs and those prices learn to rise. That's investing. You don't necessarily need to buy the biggest and brightest cards to invest. You can do it on, legend pieces, because those fluctuate in prices depending on availability in the market. And that's going to be it for me in terms of the 5 things I think you need to do, not necessarily as no money spent player, but to make coins. For me, I'm a big weekend league player. As you can see, I do get top 100, so that helps me with coins, but I also invest. And I invest big time, especially on my Broncos Steam Team account, where I don't have enough time to put in like I do on the no money spent. Obviously, you can see here I have 5.7 million. If the money sell, I'll be over 6 point something million. And I have other things in my binder I can sell as well, so I could be over north of 7 million. And a lot of that has come from the weekend league. A lot of it's come from re-rolling when limiteds are in packs. And I didn't even talk about that, but that's pretty self-explanatory. But a lot of it has come from investing, specifically like Team of the Year, some Zero Chill, just knowing the market, man. And if you do need to learn the market, I suggest you do learn it. Absolutely. But hopefully this helps someone. Comment down below if this did help you. And like I said, it's a bit of a different video. I probably should do more of these videos to show you guys how I get my coins, how I make my coins. But as always, I'm signing out with that Mile High salute. Deuces.